YouTube, Angel here, and today I'm going to be doing a guide for progression. Now, when I say progression, I mean all the different kinds of progression in this game, Wuthering ways. That includes, of course, the union level, your exploration level, your crafting levels, and naturally, the databank level. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's begin here. So, this is basically the beginning area. I'm going to start from the very beginning here. Alright, so when you start at this area, obviously there's not a whole lot you can do. You're actually kind of boxed in. There's like an invisible barrier, but you're going to be starting and you just want to grab anything that you see on the ground. You want to grab that shit, okay? Because it's very important later. I'll mention why later on in the video. It's extremely important later. Now, once you get here, you'll fight the crownless, and then you'll fight to experience the open world. After that, you're gonna just want to do the main story quests. Just do the main story quests. However, on the way to doing the main story quests, what you want to be doing is you want to be like kind of sort of exploring, right? So what I mean by that is, like, when you see something like, let's say you see some resources like this, you'll just go over real quick, you'll grab these up, right? And then you'll continue going towards the main story quest. And anytime you see something that's relatively close by, right? Like that purple bush over there. Okay, that's a resource, but I'm not going to run all the way over there for a resource. Now, if that was a treasure chest, bet your ass I'm running all the way over there for a treasure chest. Right? Maybe you see some enemies and you want to test out the combat. You run over here, you kill these guys, you'll grab an echo or so from them. Oh, look at that, perfect. Right? And now you're leveling up your data bank, and you'll just keep on doing that. Anytime you see anything relatively close, and you'll just go over there, you'll explore, you'll solve puzzles, blah, 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 blah. And you'll just keep doing the main story quests until eventually you reach the city. Okay, so eventually you'll hit the city. Go there, raw meat, very important. Alright, now once you get to the city, one of the very first things that they're going to show you here is this guy pretty much right inside the city limit. This guy, Jan. After you do one or two quests inside of the city, they're going to ask, there's going to be a quest where you have an option to talk to this guy. Now, obviously you're going to want to talk to this guy. This is one of the first options that you have to use wave plates and to basically complete a few like daily missions and stuff like that before you even get access to that stuff. But on top of that, you're gonna actually want to use about half of your wave plates, so about 3 runs of this, to get some money here, because you're really gonna need money later on. Okay, so you'll go ahead, you'll do that 3 times, and then you'll just continue on and you'll keep doing story quests. Now, there's going to be a point where it's going to tell you that you can't do any more story quests because you need to be union level 14. Now, if you've been going around and you've been exploring just a little bit here and there, like I was telling you just now, then you should probably be around union level 9 or 10 by the time you hit that. Especially if you did this 3 times, then that would probably put you around 11 or 12 even. After you've done that, the first thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and you're going to take a look at your missions, and there's going to be some missions called tutorial quests. Here, I have a tutorial quest currently open called pedestal device. Haven't done it yet, don't know what it does, but what I do know is that tutorial quests are very important because, as you can see, they usually give you around 150 to 300 union level. Not a whole lot, but what they also do is they will open up new locations and new mechanics and such for the game, right? So this will probably open up a certain type of puzzle or something that'll allow me to gain more of the summoning materials, more asterite, right? There's one that opens up the Tower of Adversity. There's one that opens up a challenge that's just kind of like basically the simulated universe in Honkai Star Rail. So these are very, very important quests. They don't give a whole lot of experience, but they're extremely important for your future progress, right? After you've done all the tutorial quests that you have open, and if you're still not at that level yet, then you're gonna go down and you're gonna do exploration quests. Okay, so the reason why I say to do the exploration quests is because, as you can see here, they give a massive amount of rewards, and this is just one step of the quest, right? This is just Act 1, so there's going to be multiple acts to these quests, and each one is going to give you this many fucking rewards. And they do take a while if you read the text. But thankfully, Wuthering Waves has a skip button, so you can just skip all that, and it takes maybe 20 minutes, and boom, you gain 1,000 XP. And it'll also show you around different areas, which will help you maybe find some secret areas that you might not have found otherwise, or might have taken you a really long time otherwise. So these quests will show you around the map as well, so they're very much worth doing. Now, if somehow you've done the tutorial quests and the exploration quests, and you still aren't at the level you need to be to continue the story, then you're gonna skip daily quests. I mean, like, you could do those if you really want to, but they don't, as you can see, they don't give you any union XP. They just give you intimacy, and I believe doing 3 of them is a weekly for the battle pass, so go ahead, knock yourself out, I guess. But I would recommend doing the blue side quests, not the purple ones. I don't have any purple ones right now, but the purple ones don't really, their rewards aren't that great. Like, they're pretty much the same as these blue side quests, and they take a lot longer. Whereas these blue side quests, they'll take you maybe 10 minutes. And as you can see, they're giving you 500 Union XP. That's massive. That is a massive amount of XP for just 10 minutes of work. In fact, I have one right here, somewhere down here. There it is, Camp Raid, okay? These are the rewards I'm gonna get. All I have to do is go talk to a guard, turn my time to 12 p.m., and then kill a bunch of enemies, and I'm done. It's like, these are so good for just saving time and being able to get a good amount of resources and XP. All right, so once you get your union level to the point that you can start doing story quests again, you'll just keep doing story quests, and you're going to repeat this process until you're done with a story, essentially, or even just done leveling, period, your union level. So once you get to that point, or even earlier, the first time you get to that first block where you have to be level 14, right? You could do this at during any of those points. But the next thing you want to do is crafting. Okay, so there's 3 different types of crafting, but only 2 of them really matter, and that's synthesizing and cooking. Okay, so for cooking, since I'm already nearby that, actually, we'll just go ahead and I'll show you guys my method for leveling up your cooking really quick. It's a very simple method. It takes literally 0 brain power to do. So you're gonna run over to this guy here, Mahe, however you say his name, and you're gonna buy ingredients off of him. This is why I said that getting all of that money is extremely important, because you want to buy not this stuff that's pretty easy to get, but you want to buy all of this stuff that you can't really get anywhere else. And you're going to want to buy around 20 to 30 of each. As you can see, I've already bought some because he only has 23 of each of these. But you want to buy around 20 to 30 of each of these just to start off. And that way you can come on over here, which is literally right next door, and you can begin cooking stuff up. And now I'm talking to some random NPC. So you'll start cooking stuff up. As you can see, there's a bunch of different recipes. you have a chef level, you have a proficiency with each dish. Now, the key here is to make sure that you don't go past that proficiency, right? As you can see, cooking 5 of these gives me 50 proficiency, which will put me at 300. Going past that, you're actually going to be getting diminishing returns for your chef level. It's about half last time I checked. So you just want to make sure that you're just barely doing enough to max out that proficiency. There you go. As you can see, my chef level rose up a bit. We'll do another one over here. So we were at 2070. We just made a bunch of these, and now we're at 2150, right? So it gave me 80, the equivalent of what I just did for the proficiency of the dish, right? So just keep doing that, and you can take these rewards here. As you can see, it gives you asterite, which is pretty much the most important one, since that's what you're going to be using to make wishes for the characters that you want. However, another key part of cooking, just like in Genshin, is which character you use to do the cooking. So as you can see, Lin Yang has a chance of making special dishes. Sometimes you'll have one where they can perhaps give you back materials, which is very important. But either way, you want to be utilizing that as much as possible, because being able to get special dishes or reusing resources is going to help you immensely when you're spamming the hell out of this. Now, there is a merchant as well for the synthesizer. So let me just show you where they're at really quick. Okay, so this right here is the icon for the medicine seller. All right, they're going to be the one that sells you the ingredients for synthesizing. So you want to go right on over there. Drop down, they're going to be down here. Now, for them, okay, so as you can see here, it's very easy to clear them out. It only takes around 100,000 to 150,000 shell credits. And once you do this, you'll be able to get your synthesizer rank pretty high up there. I think I gained about 3 to 4 ranks from doing this. So let me just go ahead and show you the rewards from that. Okay, so here we are in the synthesizer. As you can see, I've already got quite a few of these finished up, and I'm almost max rank because there's only 5 ranks. Right, so here we are. Each rank gives you around 50 astacite, which is great. It gives you coins, so you can make back some of the money that you spent on those ingredients. It gives you new recipes, which is awesome. You know, if you're struggling with some of the harder bosses, whether it's a skill issue or whatever you want to call it. I know some people are having some technical difficulties. These will help, right? These will help quite a bit. Some of them will revive you, obviously heal you, give you resistance to different damage types, give you damage bonuses for those types, all sorts of stuff. Just like how the food gives you all sorts of bonuses, right? So those are the 2 crafting levels. Now there is crafting weapons as well. However, that doesn't actually have a rank. You just kind of craft the weapons. But we'll go ahead and I'll show you that anyway. Alright, so as you can see, we've got a few recipes over here. Now these are pretty difficult to make, but I would say that these are pretty much the only ones worth making. I mean, blue weapons you get so easily from just making wishes that it's kind of pointless to try and grab any of these. But unfortunately, as you can see, you need quite a lot of materials, which is one of the reasons why I said even if you just see like materials lying on the ground, especially some stones, you want to go and you want to pick those up immediately. Alright, but there is no rank for this one. I already made one of these as a test and nothing happened. Okay, so next we're gonna go over your Pioneer level. Alright, so the Pioneer level is another one that's going to be very helpful for you. As you can see, I'm level 3 Pioneer. These are the rewards. Again, each level will get you around 50 Astasite, as well as some very juicy other rewards for leveling up resonators, weapons, money, all kinds of stuff that you're going to need for leveling and increasing the power of your characters. And these first 3 levels here will actually get you quite a few other little goodies here. As you can see, you've got the loot mapper, a waypoint, right, where you can place down waypoints where there aren't any waypoints, which honestly, the waypoints are placed so well in this game. I have yet to find a place where I think I need that, but it's great to have regardless. And of course a casket sonar, those little golden cubes that are so helpful, which actually brings me to the next thing that I'm going to show you. However, before I do that, I just want to say that this is why it is extremely important to go and explore while you're doing the main quests. Now, of course, you can just explore instead of doing the main quest if you wish. I'm just saying that it is a lot more efficient to just do a little bit of exploring while you're doing the main quests to level everything up kind of at the same time without losing any actual time. If you're like me, I have a full-time job on top of trying to do all this, so it helps a lot trying to figure out what's the most efficient way to do these things. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll check out the next thing on the docket. So I figured since I was nearby anyway, I'd also show you the gift shop. The gift shop is extremely helpful because, as you can see right here, they sell lustrous tides, which is what you're gonna use to do your standard banner pulls, your event banner pull, like not the limited event banner pulls, but the event banner pulls that they gave us as launch rewards. Basically, you can get some pretty good recipes. You can get materials for leveling up and ascending your characters. And even better, you can get premium tuners. And the way you get this is through these little pieces of driftwood, and you get those from opening up chests in the overworld. So like I said, very important to be exploring while you're doing the main quests. Okay? So next, we'll go ahead and we'll go right on over here to this man here, Chenpi. This will be a tutorial quest target. So you will have a tutorial quest that will show you to this guy and unlock his little shop, if you want to call it that. But basically, you just deliver the little sonar caskets that you can find lying around the overworld, and he'll give you a bunch of rewards. I mean, he gives you some really good rewards. I mean, level 1, he gives you 50 Astasite and a lustrous tide. Level 2, same thing. Level 3, he'll give you a mysterious code, which is what you use to ascend the rover. Gives you recipes, right? Here you go. Here's this is basically like an Eidolon from Honkai Star Rail. More wishes. You get the point, right? He is very important to be turning these things into periodically. So once again, stressing on the importance of exploring a little bit while you're doing those main quests. That way you don't really get tired of either one, and you get all of these great rewards that you can only really get from properly exploring the game. Now, with all that being said, there's one last thing that we need to go over. And that's going to be your databank. Now, as you can see here, I'm essentially rank 15. Unfortunately, I'm not a high enough phase to actually become rank 15. but I became rank 15 by utilizing this little thing here. So as you can see, you can go all the way to the bottom and it'll show you echoes that you haven't found. Unfortunately, this one is story locked. I haven't done it yet. But you can also just track down these guys here. All right, so then you click detect and it'll show you exactly where one of these guys is. Boom, there you go. Now I can go ahead and fast travel to him. And as you can see, here's my target right now. We're gonna go ahead and kick his ass. And boom, you get an echo. I swear I'm not redoing this over and over again. I'm just getting kind of lucky here. But there you go. And you can just keep doing that for every single echo if you want to. Another good way to raise it, at least in the beginning stages, is to go ahead and check out these bosses, because these bosses have a much higher probability of actually dropping their echoes than regular enemies do. And they spawn very quickly. So it's not like you have to go and wait a day or wait an hour. You don't even have to wait a couple of minutes, really. I mean, I fought a boss, killed it, and then went into my pause menu, and boom, there he was, staring me in the face after I was out of my pause menu. So these guys respawn very quickly. They're very easy to farm. Hopefully, if you've been following the guide so far, you won't really need to farm the smaller enemies. You'll just need to hit up these bosses once in a while. There are also elite enemies. Okay, so as you can see, I've marked an area here. The way you do this is you're going to want to make sure that this little green icon that says custom mark, it's green, right? So if it's not green, it means you can't see your custom marks, and it also means you cannot place any custom marks. So once that's green, you can go ahead, just click on the area, boom, you can create a custom mark anytime that you come across something that's interesting or an enemy you haven't seen before. Okay, so as you can see here, these are the elite enemies. They glow red and black. They're a much higher level than their ordinary counterparts, and they do a shit ton more damage and have a shit ton more health. They're basically count as bosses. So, you know, attack them at your own peril. You are definitely going to have to be at least somewhat good at the game to kill them. But when you do kill them, they drop a guaranteed purple version of that creature's echo. Now, there is one thing that I would like to say about that, and that is that when you get to rank 15 of the data bank, you unlock legendary or 5-star echoes, yellow echoes, or gold. Regardless, I'm going to be putting out a video where potentially I'm going to test out and see if getting to rank 15 and then killing these guys will give you guaranteed 5-star echoes, because that would be an insane way to shorten your farm time for 5-star echoes. However, I haven't been able to do that yet, so that's going to be the end of this video. Now, I will be streaming on Twitch every single week, Tuesday and Wednesday, all day from 10 a.m. PST to 10 p.m. PST, 12 fucking hours every damn day, or every week, 2 days a week. So go ahead, see me there. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please leave a like. If you didn't like the video, hey, go ahead, leave a dislike. Go ahead, feel free to tell me how wrong I am about anything down in the comments below, or even just ask me any questions. I always check the comments. And if you deigned to subscribe, please go ahead and hit that bell button so I know that it's okay for me to hit up your mom for nudes. Bye-bye.